What's up?
This is what it. So what was the first thing that we did besides working on the Window to the Abbey thing? Before we did that, we did what?
What did we do?
You have a script. Read the script. We started working on one song. It always starts with just one song.
That's right. We did do one song. We did. Anybody here know the song "My Religion"? If you don't, you should, because it's great. Yeah, we did a revisiting of My Religion.
Yeah.
It's super cool. So if you pledge, you'll get an instant download of the entire album.
Yep.
Revisited.
Yep.
So there's remixes. There's a brand new version of My Religion. There's two new versions of What We Lost in the Fire.
One that you did.
One that I did. There's a new version of Apparition. There's a new version of Afterglow.
New version of Afterglow. John Thurington, Johnny T's,
pretty
our
cool.
keys. And there's also a really, really dope version of Apparition.
And Halo Eyes.
And Halo Eyes sounds different, so you guys can be able to do that. But you'll get the complete Sitting in the Fire, all remastered, along with the remixes as well. I really want you guys to check
17
it out.
songs.
17.
Yeah.
17.
Instant download.
You
so
get
hit
that
up Pledge,
instant
download. Yeah.
There's new artwork that we did. If anybody saw the video that we did where we like literally set a chair on fire, which I think we should give that away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll give the chair away, yeah.
We'll give the chair away. We'll figure out what it's going to be on Pledge because we want to bring them into the mix as well. But if you want that chair from the cover of Sitting in the Fire Revisited, it can be yours. I just don't know how, but we'll get there. But a lot of you are going to ask. I'm waiting for it. There it is. Yes, we will have physical copies of Sitting in the Fire. I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to get one because we did such a short run. We're going to do a limited edition of those as well. So if there's a certain level on Pledge that if you guys decide to be a part of this conversation, to be a part of this story, you'll not only get the Window to the Abbey album, but you'll also get Sitting in the Fire Revisited, physical copy in its cool new form with all of the songs, all the remixes, and all the artwork and everything else.
And the private Instagram. Yeah, I know you already mentioned it before.
Yes.
But as soon as you pledge, you get access to the private Instagram account that's going to be filled with behind the scenes, photos, video footage. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be really, really rad.
Yeah.
So,
that's at Window to the Abbey.
Okay, so David, good question. I'm not familiar with your band. What do you play? What do I play? I sing, and I'm fortunate enough to be surrounded by way better musicians than I am. So while I kind of come and bring the structure of the song, it's really these guys that come in and bring their fingerprint and bring their expertise and their skill level.
Guitar and keys, though. Guitar and keys. Also, I just saw a question. How do I pre-order? Go to the bio on Instagram, and you'll see a link to the Pledge site, and you can pre-order there. Like Troy just mentioned, you get the full download of the 17 songs of Sitting in the Fire Revisited, and that's how you can pre-order the new album.
Yeah, so go to PledgeMusic.com. I think we should be up on the main page, so it should be easy to see us there, but it's Troy Baker. You just search in Troy Baker, you'll take you to the page, then I'll show you all the different pledge levels that we have, as well as you can see the full 3.5-minute video that we shot to kind of talk more about what it is that this thing is and what we're kind of want to do. So Power to Progress looks like he just had a stroke.
Yes, vinyl will definitely be available.
Bingo, yes.
Absolutely.
And not only are we doing vinyl, but we're also we're doing a limited run. I think we're doing only 50 test pressings. So for all of you hipster vinyl nerds, you know what a test pressing is. You know, it's super rare. These are like an artist proof of this. So it'll be black vinyl, white label. You'll be one of only like 50 people, I think, that are going to get one of these. Will the new music be on Spotify and Apple Music? Yes?
It will.
Yeah.
It will. We may do some other exclusive release before then.
Yep.
Which I think is exciting that we have the opportunity to do different, release music in different ways. But eventually, ultimately, it will be there as well.
And we're going in with like a full breadth. Just to give you a little sneak peek. When you go in to record an album, a lot of times you record this much and you only use this much. So what's cool is that you guys, if you are involved in this and you're actually watching this on a daily basis and you decide to partner with this, you'll see what songs we kept back, and maybe we'll put those out later, but you'll know what those songs are.
Twitter question, yes, we are going to come to New York City. I don't know how soon. Yes, we will be touring. It will be probably select cities to start, but we will definitely be maybe touring Greece. That would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, dude. Greece? Where in Greece are you? Mykonos? Ia?
Ireland, outside America, definitely. Arizona?
Yes, Ireland.
I don't know about Arizona. No, I'm kidding.
Phoenix, man. Just not in August. The test pressings are on the band photographer package. There may be a couple of others, so look on the pledge site because I don't have access to all that stuff. You guys will actually see that, but there's descriptions of everything that you'll get. And a lot of these things are, yeah, you'll get this, but you also get a whole lot more. We're going to be compiling it's kind of like, this became the inspiration. Let me show you this. This one right here. Yeah, this one. So I love this book. It's like a complete chronicling of how they recorded pretty much every Beatles record ever. They show you the signal chain, they show you what amps they used, they show you what console they used. It's for nerds like me who really care about that stuff. So, but it's also got really, incredible pictures of them in the studio, them playing live. I want to do something like this. So there's going to be a limited edition of a book similar to this that's going to have original photos of us in the studio. It's going to have commentary. We're going to kind of break down exactly how we recorded, because a lot of the songs, especially on Sitting the Fire, the Window to the Abbey song was a complete improv that we just started clapping, and I started playing that dum dum dum. Or intermission, I was trying to find a keyboard sound and found one and just was playing the dum dum, and everyone started playing again. So we're going to be able to to have stories like that in the book. We want you guys to have those as well.
Will we still be doing shows at cons?
Yes, always. I'm not going to not do that. We want to come and hang out with my nerds, so that's a great platform for us to do that. Hopefully, with this isn't just about this album. This is about funding the entire project. This is about you guys participating in this. It's about touring. It's about being able to come to your city and actually play with you guys and actually being able to do that. So if that's something that's important to you, we want to do that.
Do you mix and master your own songs because you're a nerd?
No, because I'm not good enough. That's when I require other people to come along. We can talk about who's going to be engineering this record as well.
Yeah. There's a guy named Ryan Littman who's fantastic. He's going to be with us up in the Bay Area doing this. If anyone's heard of the Jamestown Revival, he's done their last couple albums. They're on Republic Records. They're really cool. They've done similar processes in like cabins and ranches and stuff like that, like destination recordings, which we just love. It informs the story. It's part of the story. It makes the experience so much more exciting. So, which
is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this album at this studio, because we loved doing it up in the cabin before. It was such a great vibe, and hang is everything to us. Yes, we want to make good music, but a lot of times, like you said, that really informs what we do. So we found this great studio up north in the Bay Area that's kind of like a house, and it's some bands have done their last few albums there.
I mean, My Morning Jacket, if there's any My Morning Jacket fans out there, they've done stuff. Band of Horses. I mean, it's really an incredible space. And if you're with us live, whether you're on Twitch or on Instagram with us, it'll basically be like you're living with us.
Yeah,
we'll be living on site.
Living there.
So you might catch us at breakfast. You might catch us at lunch. You'll definitely catch us playing music. You may even get a couple of views of the beach. It's a beautiful beach in the Bay Area, so it's going to be pretty cool.
And we'll be also answering your questions live, too, as well, while we're in the studio. We want you guys to feel like you're participating in the conversation as well. So it's not just going to be fly on the wall. Any other questions?
If we do the 250 package, how do we come to the studio? Yes, you'll see if you go on there, but travel and accommodations are not included in that package, so that gets you access to the studio with us.
So here's, specifically speaking to that, here's what we're doing. We had a great experience at Capitol Records last time where we brought in 35 people and we did a big black gospel choir for What We Lost in the Fire. I love that moment so much. I kind of want to do it again, but only bigger and only better, and I want you guys to be there with us. So. We want you to come in the studio literally with us. There's a couple of songs that we're going to have that big kind of gang vocal sound, and we need all the voices that we can get. So if that's something that interests you, find out which bundle that is on the Pledge site, become a partner with us, and be on the album. Literally be on the album.
Yeah, I think it's under Session Singer.
Yeah, that makes
bundle.
sense.
It's under this, and it's part of the exclusives. So
the titles aren't too mysterious.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Misleading.
Well, I got a few more minutes here with you guys, but I want to take sure. Can you show us your hats? I guarantee you, if you're watching live in the studio, you're going to see every hat that I own. Yeah. Before this live stream ends, you're so singing for me, Troy. Done. Can't wait for the album, Michael. I can't either. Are you going to St. Louis? Because that would be awesome. Hopefully.
Test pressing getting signed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely.
Pretty much everything you see, I'm a fan, and when I get something collectible like that, that I always want it signed, so I just kind of assume people want that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be signed by everybody. Can you say hi, Tess? That's my name and it make my day. Sarah Swatch. Please say hi to me, Troy. Tia, hi. Questions.
Influences for the album.
Man, musically or vibe-wise, because a lot of the influence really came from, we're calling it dirty gospel.
Yeah.
So it's something that's really raw and organic. Maybe you can speak to that as well.
Yeah,
as far as,
I mean,
it's hard for me to separate myself from.
We just love the textures of vocals, the textures of horns. I think will be interesting. Rattle and hum, the Angel of Harlem. Angel of Harlem, little section in Rattle and Hum where they're live in the studio with the horn section. There's just this rawness, just a sense of soul that's just really palpable, and I just thought it was really cool. So I mentioned that to Troy, and he was like, I love that.
Yeah.
I know that scene well.
Sitting in the Fire was kind of like a pretty broad spectrum texturally and sonically. This is going to be a little bit more focused. There's, I don't know what the order of the songs are going to be, but it's going to come out with a bang. And it's a good straightforward rock record, but it's very, very introspective and incredibly musical.
Yeah.
More singer-songwriter-ish, I think is how
it's going to be very textual. It's all about the story. And you'll find, we'll be talking about that constantly. So if you're with us in the studio, you'll just hear us saying that. What is the best way to tell the story?
That's one thing that I think I'm really most excited about is right before we're about to go in to track this song, being able to tell you guys, hey, just so you know, here's some framework, here's some context for this song. For me, it is really important because even when I'm talking to Wayne about these songs, that really helps inform him. I had no idea that's what the song was about. And I think that as I've kind of like gotten older and as I've hopefully I've matured, then the songwriting has matured as well. And so this is really kind of pulling back the armor a bit and exposing my heart a lot in this. So
coming to London with the band.
Yes.
At some point, absolutely.
My second home? Are you kidding me?
Someone said something about solo acoustic, and there will be probably moments of this album that are really stripped back and really bare, and there'll be some big moments, like if you guys are part of the gang vocal thing, or you'll catch us in a studio doing that. But there will be moments that are really stripped down. It's just vocal and piano or a vocal and acoustic.
So one song we're thinking about just being me and Bowinski's there.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yep.
And the only reason we're being vague about that is because if I've learned one thing about making a record is never say what it's going to be before you've done it.
Right.
Because by the time you get on the other side, it's always something
different. The question here is that it's a difficult second record. There's you hear that term sophomore slump or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like, to be honest, I think we're picking up steam.
I definitely feel the same way too. I feel stronger about these songs. I feel more confident about these songs, and I feel like there's less looking back and more looking forward with these songs, because a lot of the songs that were on Sitting in the Fire were legacy songs. They were songs that I've had kicking around in my head for 10 years. But everything that we're doing now, there was one song that, so this is Selma Studios, this is Wayne's studio, and we spent 2 weeks in here with me coming, here's a song idea, and it was me, Wayne, and John would just sit down and break it down very bare bones. A little video that we put up on Instagram. That was from in here, just kind of, this is what the song sounds like. That's not the record. We weren't recording the record. Right. It was sketches, just demos.
Skeletons
of what song is going to be. Here's the basic structure, here's the key, here's the tempo. And where was I going with this?
That's a great question.
Man.
It was a great setup. Selma Studios, you're in it.
Selma Studios.
We're in Hollywood. We're in Hollywood right now. You're talking about bare bones. Sophomore slump, and you said you're more
right.
songs.
There was one morning that I came in where I write some of my best thoughts in the shower, and I wrote this song in the shower, and by the time I got here, I was like, here's a song, and it's one of the songs that I feel the strongest
It's
about.
awesome. Yeah, it's great.
Super fun. They're like, when did you write this? I was like, about 20 minutes ago.
How does it feel to release another album?
I will let you know when we get there. And hopefully, it's been, the process of this has been educational, it's been humbling, and it's been exciting. The thing that I'm most excited about with this is that I'm not doing it alone. Not just with our guys and with Wayne, but more importantly that we're doing it with you guys. I'm really excited about sharing this with you. So yeah, hi Rubina, hi Maria. I hope I said that right. So
did someone on Twitter have a question about a pledge package? I just saw a question go by and I didn't quite get to catch it. If you wouldn't mind, if you're still there, retyping it. Just want to make sure everyone's has a good understanding of how this works. Favorite part of the recording, favorite part of the recording process. How do the VIP packages work? If you go on Pledge, you'll see the main thing is that if you have Instagram, you can get exclusive access when you pledge, and also you'll get the instant download. And then from there, depending on what package you choose, if you see the show option, just put in your hometown or city that you live in, or the nearest major city if you live in a really small town, potentially. And that's how we'll know where you're at for VIP packages.
Someone said, how many songs? I think right now we're going into the studio with, how many, 16?
So, yeah, I
like
think so.
16 songs that we're going in with, and that's not including what we know is going to inevitably happen, which is we're going to get songs like Intermission and Window to the Abbey.
Is there a Kickstarter for this? No, but we are on Pledge Music.
Thank you.
So go to pledgemusic.com/Troy Baker. I believe we're also on the front page of Pledge right now under the recently released project. So yeah, check us out on Pledge. That's how we're going to stay connected to you. That's how we're going to keep you updated. We're really doing this together. This is a team effort all the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, so if you're just not joining us, this is the launch of what we're calling Window to the Abbey. This is a collaboration of myself, Wayne Miller, John Titterington, and many of the guys that played on the first record as well. It's just 6 guys coming together that love each other, love music, and want to tell a story, and we want to tell the story with you. So to kind of get further caught up, if you're just now joining us.
More vinyls after the test pressing? Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
The test pressing is just super exclusive and super fun, and you can nerd out on, and it will be signed. We talked about that a little bit earlier. So the test pressings will all be signed, but there will be full vinyl as well.
Right on.
So, yeah.
So go to pledgemusic.com and you can get a full, if you saw like the little 60-second trailer that we did, that's just a trailer for the full 3.5-minute video that we did, kind of explaining what this thing is, why we're doing it, and how we want you to be a part of it. So go to pledgemusic.com.
Will there be a store set up?
On Instagram.
There's you can get, you'll be able to get Sitting in the Fire Revisited, which is the kind of the deluxe release of the first album on Pledge, but it will also be on iTunes at some point.
But we're making it available just to you guys first.
Yeah,
we want these early adopters. I'm super hipster. I had it before it was cool. That's going to be you guys.
The only place you can get that right now, which includes remixes, all kinds of new stuff. The only place you can get that exclusively is through Pledge. So
there's a new version of My Religion that you guys are gonna blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's great. If you're watching on Instagram, go to the click on the link in the bio for the Pledge Music website. It'll take you straight to there. Yep. You can see all the different levels that you can get involved in.
Starseed is on this album, yes?
Yes, thank you. I was waiting for someone to finally ask. So if you saw the clip that we had on Instagram, I think we also put it on Twitter as well. I showed you like a quick thing. That's one thing that I absolutely wanted to make sure happened is that Starseed is on this, and it's never sounded better. I can't wait for you guys to just hear even the bare bones demo. Maybe we might release the demos.
Yeah, we have demos of all the new stuff.
But if that song is as important to you as it is to me, you can watch it happen live. That's one thing we probably should, if you're just not tuning in. One of the things that we're doing is we're partnering with Twitch, and we're going to make sure that you guys, if you partner with us through Pledge, if you're a part of the story, hashtag be a part of the story. Is we want you guys to watch this album happen live. Yeah. So we're going to bring you in via Twitch. We're also going to be doing short snippets and live look-ins via Instagram, a private Instagram account at Window to the Abbey.
Vinyl versions. Yeah. If you pre-order through Pledge, you will get the vinyl. We'll send it to you when the album's done.
Yes.
So as Troy just said, anyone who might be just joining us, we've been demoing these songs here at Selma in Hollywood, but the full album isn't done yet.
No.
So this is what we're setting up to go up to do in about 3 weeks.
Right. So yeah, March 11th through the 20th is when we go into the Bay Area, a studio that's just a little bit north of San Francisco, and that's when we go and actually record this, and we want to bring you into the studio with us. So you can be watching via Twitch, you can be watching via Instagram, and you'll actually see this album happen as it's being recorded. You'll watch the drums be tracked live.
Yeah.
So you'll not only know what ended up on the record, because there could be some songs that don't end up on the record, you'll know why it was on the record. Yeah. And all the mistakes that we had along the way.
Yes, we will be touring, Twitter question, and we've been working on this
Te amo.
Properly since the first part of January. We've been doing the demos.
Yeah, we started
on it before that a little bit.
There were songs that I have, but really digging in was when to the demo and actually pre-production for this started in January. Yeah. To answer your question, I didn't catch your screen name, but yes, this is a new album. What comes with the Pledge It all depends on you. There's different levels. I want to make it super easy for people to be a part of this. And as much as you're passionate about, go for it. It's just about being a part of the story. I want people, everybody that has this CD, I want you to, when you have this CD in your hands, I want you to feel like you were a part of making this thing. So choose your level of involvement, but know that either way, we're going to give you guys live look-ins via Twitch. Yep. Somebody, yeah, there's my friend Liz Williams. Who knows? Maybe she'll be on this as well.
So the $35 level is the CD or vinyl? CD, right? Signed CD?
For the signed CD, yeah. Amy, to answer your question real quick, go to PledgeMusic.com. We should be on the front page there. If not, just search for Troy Baker. It'll come up immediately.
We will come to England, yes. We will be in the UK. A lot of questions about the UK. We will definitely be coming to the UK. Is the new album a continuation of Sitting in the Fire?
Only in the sense that hopefully it's the evolution thereof.
Yeah.
Wayne Miller was our music director and our bass player on that as well, filling back in with the bass, of course, because there's nobody I'd rather have play bass. But Wayne's actually producing this as well and supporting a bang-up job. So in some ways, yeah, it is kind of a continuation of that album.
And just in case you didn't catch, on Pledge there is Sitting in the Fire Revisited,
Yes.
which that is an absolute continuation.
Yes.
There's remixes on there. There's a new version of My Religion. You'll get exclusive access to that, instant download. So, I mean, just if for no other reason, just join us to get that, to get access to that. It's
We
really
have remixes by Jesse Malloy, who did a dope remix of Apparition.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We have a remix of Afterglow, which was done by John Titterington, who's a part of Window to the Abbey. He's the guy that plays keys. Rob King, who was our original recordist and our mixer, did his kind of take on What We Lost in the Fire.
Mm-hmm.
We have Wayne G. Miller's version of What We Lost in the Fire, which is incredible. And it's one of those things you just throw in a headphone and just forget about the world for about 5 minutes. And then the thing that I'm super proud of is a new revisited version of My Religion that is just flipping the script on the song.
You guys may have already heard you've heard a little sneak peek if you've seen the video.
Yeah.
If you've seen the video on Instagram or Twitter or on the Pledge site, you've heard a little bit of that song.
Just a little bit.
It's a taste.
We want to get you guys the whole thing without me yakking over it as well.
We will be in England. We will come to the UK, Toronto, yes. US tour, yes.
Straight out of Sellback. If I get to come back to Oslo, which is one of my favorite cities, yes, absolutely. I would
Will
love
the
to do
new album
that.
have any covers?
You
It's possible.
working on it? Yeah, there's
We'll see.
there's like 3 or 4 that I've thrown into contention. We'll see how the whole thing shapes out. But yeah, there's a few that I want to put in there.
UK, yes. Manchester, Ireland, Scotland. I mean, I know Troy is absolutely in love with those places, so I don't think it'll be a
Yes.
problem to come to Ireland.
Twist
Scotland.
my arm and get me over there. Is there gonna be a music video? That's what we're hoping. This isn't just about recording the album. This is about you guys really kind of functioning as the record label and telling us this is the song that we really want to see a music video for. You know me. That's what I love to do, is tell stories visually as well as sonically. So yes, hopefully that's one thing we do. If you're just now tuning in, this is the launch of Window to the Abbey. This is a new collaboration from myself, Wayne Miller, John Titterington, and others, really trying to tell a story through music that we want you to be a part of. # be a part of the story. Go to PledgeMusic.com to find out more.
Yes, vinyl will definitely be available.
Yep,
Yes.
yep,
not
yep,
just
yep.
not just in the VIP packages, but that's how you guarantee first access to it when it's first available.
And it's also important to note that you guys will get access before anybody else does.
Why the name Window to the Abbey?
So, this is so funny. Finally, I was waiting for somebody to ask this. While we were demoing this and doing the sketches, John Titterington, who's our keyboardist, is an incredible friend and partner with this, walked in and just sat down on the couch and said, I just assume we just call it Window to the Abbey. And it was pretty much that easy.
It was amazing.
Window to the Abbey, if you don't know, is one of the tracks that we did on Sitting in the Fire, and it, not just in name, really encapsulates what this thing is, which is people that came together and just found a really cool song that we're all proud of, and we created music spontaneously because we did it together. So that's really kind of what Window to the Abbey is
Who's
about.
on the album?
So we have myself, Wayne G. Miller, as both producer and playing bass, and who else knows what. John Titterington on keys, co-producing as well. We have AJ Novak on drums. We have James Bowen returning on guitar. We have my good friend Christopher Chris Ray, coming back on pedal steel. And
just to give you
who
guys a
knows
sense of who
elsewhere.
these guys are.
Please.
I mean, they're incredible, but for those of you who are fans of music and fans of current, really other incredible artists. John plays with Father John Misty. James plays with Mike Posner. Our drummer AJ plays with Gallant. Who doesn't love Gallant?
What?
And C-Ray plays with Butch Walker and writes and produces as well. So, I mean, it's really an all-star cast. That's really the exciting thing about this is, like, just us in the room together is it's going to be special.
Yeah, these are some of the most talented people, musicians, and also some of the kindest and my favorite humans in the world. Your favorite song on the new album? It changes on a daily basis, really depending upon my mood. And that's kind of what I'm hoping is the same impact with you guys too. There's one song, Starseed it will always be one of my favorites. That's one of the ones that I'm really excited about sharing with you guys. There's one tentatively called Breakup Song that is my fist pumping top down jam right now.
There will be strings. There was a question, will there be strings?
Come on, man.
I mean,
you know me, there's strings and horns on everything.
And everything,
so
yeah, exactly.
We'll be
packages are available, yes.
Yes.
They are available worldwide. So,
yeah. Please don't hesitate. This isn't just bound to this country right now.
Yep, absolutely. Worldwide, this is a global way to connect with you guys. So.
One other thing that we should talk about is the fact that we're going to be doing handwritten lyrics. So I'm not sure which package it's in there. Kind of sift through, and if that's important to you, it's something that I've gotten from two artists that I really care about. It's just having, I love seeing what their handwriting looks for those lyrics. There's some Jamie Cullum lyrics that I have framed up in my house. So we want to give those to you guys as well. They may not be pretty, they may be scratched out, you may see what the original version was and then see what it actually became. So that's something we want to pass on to you because to me that's part of the story as well. So if that's important to you, find out which package that's in, you'll get handwritten lyrics as well.
Question about on Twitter about VIP packages. Put in your city, and we're gonna base our shows around that. So we will be targeting the major cities. So if you live within a 3 or 4 hour drive, I'd say, of a major city, that's more likely will probably be there than necessarily your small town. But it's not outside of the realm of possibility. 500 people from your town want us to come there, we'll come there.
Absolutely, and that's really one of the reasons why we're doing this. We want you guys to tell us where we should go. So I need to see the socks. I was waiting for somebody. Kapouch, select a bench.
You're not disappointed with the socks.
Man. Life is too short to wear boring socks. How many records, Troy?
$35 level. Well, yes, we'll get access to the digital copy. Absolutely.
Digital copy, and you also get the physical copy of Sitting in the Fire Revisited, with all new artwork, 5 new remixes, including My Religion, the revisited version of My Religion.
We are open to going anywhere. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Riverside Fox Theater, where's that? Blackadder, 93.
Fox Theater, Riverside, California.
Oh, really? That's
It'd be great to play there. Sure.
It's like hop, skip, and a 45-minute drive down the 405.
Yeah.
And then anything else? Troy Baker, can you rap? Not in anything that you need to see. It's terrifying.
Is the physical copy of Sitting in the Fire Revisited signed? I don't think so.
No, but I might be able to make that happen. It all depends on if it's going to get to my hands before it gets to yours, because it may just go straight from somebody else.
Yeah.
If not, I'll find a way to get that to you as well.
Autographs will be included in the test pressings of the vinyl. I'm sure there'll be other autographs and signings included in certain physical copies.
So just kind of recap, if you're just now joining us, this is the official launch of Window to the Abbey, which is a collaboration with myself, Wayne Miller, John Titterington, and others. It's 6 guys coming together to tell a story through music. We want you to be a part of this story. We're telling a story. One of the ways that we're going to do that is through PledgeMusic.com. Go to PledgeMusic.com and you can search for Troy Baker, or we should be on the main page there. You can find out what this whole thing is. But ultimately, it's about bringing you guys literally into the studio, whether that be through our partnering with Twitch, through live look-ins with Instagram, or having you guys actually come into the studio and be on the record with us. And go to PledgeMusic.com to find out how you can do that. But this is us partnering together to tell a story, to create this album, to hopefully get better art out to the world.
Yep.
What else? This is amazing. Thank you, Tim. I kind of agree. Inspiration for the album. If I didn't do it, my head would explode.
If you're in the UK, yes. Just want to throw that in there. Absolutely.
We are so jazzed about going to the UK.
Sessions will be in California, yeah. So if you pledge at a level that you want to join us for gang vocals in the studio, or I think there's even another level even higher than that, which gets you studio access, yes, the sessions will be happening in Los Angeles for that.
And the goal for that as well is to return back to Capitol Records. If you listen to Sitting in the Fire, we did a big Black Gospel Choir section at Capitol Records 2 years ago when we did the last record. We want to bring people back in there because that's just a room that everybody should go into. That's the same room the Beatles have been, Beach Boys, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and on goes on a list. So it's a beautiful room, and it's a room of history. It's like a museum and a recording studio. You will love the vibes. That's right, Tim. You will love the vibes.
Just dropped in.
Joel, say my name. There you go. You can go now.
Just dropped in. For anyone that just dropped in,
Yep.
Quick recap.
So this is the official launch of Window to the Abbey, which is the new project. It's a musical collaboration between myself, Wayne G. Miller, our producer and bass player, John Titterington, our keyboardist, and many others that are 6 friends coming together to create an album to tell a story. And it's something that we want to bring you guys into. We want you to be a part of the story. And the way that you do that, go to PledgeMusic.com. You can see the full 3.5-minute video that kind of explains what this thing is, how you can be involved. But ultimately, we're going to bring you in live as we make the record. We want to show it to you in all of its glory and all of its failure live. And you can do that via Twitch. So go to PledgeMusic.com. You can find out which level of involvement you guys want to do. You can be a part of making this record.
Q&A streams planned for pledgers, yes.
Yep, absolutely.
You will get access
daily.
So we'll be on Twitch for from March 11th to the 20th, live from the studio, which will be amazing. We'll also be doing live Q&As on Twitter and on our private Instagram. So if you're a pledger, you'll get access to the private @Window to the Abbey Instagram account, which is going to be awesome. Tons of exclusive content, videos, photos, Q&A with Troy. We'll be doing live look-ins from there, little snippets, and then we'll be doing our full-blown look-ins through Twitch.
Yep. And it's kind of cool because you'll also be able to talk to like AJ Novak, who's our drummer. If you're a drummer as well and you want to find out why he chose to play this pattern, this is something that's a great. Not a lot of times people get access to the musicians to kind of ask them what they were thinking as they were making this in real time.
I mean, that's unprecedented as far as I know.
So I don't think anyone else has done that. If you have, stop. We're doing it first. It's us.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, what else can we do? Live in PA and I'm poor if I can't get to Cali. We're going to do our best to go to Pennsylvania. I've never been.
The biggest thing, the real big thing for everyone here worldwide is that through joining us with Pledge, you'll be getting access in real time to us in the studio in California. So if you can't make it here, and if it's a while before you come to your city, I mean, we'll be having real engagement just like this every day in the studio.
Sure, and not everyone's going to do this. Not everyone's going to participate on this level. So it's kind of a cool, small community of people that are like, oh yeah, I know that. I was actually there when they recorded that. What?
Yep.
That's kind of the story that we're wanting to tell.
It's fun to be a part of it. In real time,
absolutely. So, is there anything else that I missed? What time will the Twitch streams be? To be determined. So please check back either Instagram, Twitter, Pledge Music, or Twitch. Twitch is really getting behind us. I got to give a shout out to Brooks Chambers, our boy at Twitch. They're really going to do a good job, and this is not just going to be a single camera kind of setup. It's going to look like you're watching a TV show on Twitch.
Plans for release probably this summer, but it will be this year.
Yes,
will be
for sure.
Another question about upgrading your package. You can come back. This Pledge page will be active for 60 days.
To answer your question, yes, the stuff that we're doing with Pledge, we're doing this exclusive for Pledge people. Obviously, the album will be available on all outlets as possible, but you guys, if you partners with us on Pledge, will get it first, so you'll have exclusive access. The things like singing in the studio with us, getting the limited edition coffee table book that we're going to do, which has a complete chronicling of how we recorded this album. That's going to be available only through Pledge. The handwritten lyrics are only going to be available through Pledge. So find out what kind of thing vibes with you, and don't, because some of these things are limited too, so get them before they're gone.
Signed albums will definitely be limited. We don't have an exact number, but it will be very limited. If you get a test pressing of the vinyl, those will all be signed. I'm sure there'll be a handful of signed copies of the actual album.
For sure, as much as we can, absolutely. But again, we're not sure if they're going to pass through our hands before they go to yours too. But stuff like that is limited. The test pressing of the vinyl, those are limited. The coffee table books, those are limited. Handwritten lyrics, those are limited. So if that's really, really important to you, don't let them slip by. Hi, Mila, Malia? I don't know.
Will the Twitch link be on your Instagram bio? Yes.
Yes, we'll make sure that it is. Absolutely. Trust me, as soon as that thing is live, which is going to be March 11th through the 20th, it's going to be every day.
And keep checking back on the Instagram and on the Twitter, because that bio link will change. In some parts of the day, it may be the Twitch stream when we're about to go live. Some parts of the day it'll be the Pledge stream. Other parts of the day we may be linking to other exclusive content. So just keep checking up on that. That's where you'll be able to get the most up-to-date stuff.
Absolutely.
I have a question here.
Yes.
When is the deadline to donate?
We have 60 days and counting.
Starting today.
Starting today. So hopefully you have time
Yeah.
to make that happen. And thank you for asking that question.
And thank you for those of you who've already joined us.
Yeah, dude. So far we're doing great, man. This is incredible. It's really encouraging to know that people, and I think honestly, kind of given our current climate, this is where people are at. I think people are wanting a community, and that's one of the reasons why we want to provide this to you. This isn't going to be pretty all the time. There's going to be a lot of times when you're going to see us. A good friend of mine said that wherever there is contention, there is care. So there's going to be times when you're going to see us kind of like arguing over something. But the main thing that exists is that we have a community and that we can discuss this. And we're going to be honest with you. If you say, hey, Troy, you look like you were kind of pissed about that. What was that about? I'm going to have to answer you. I'm going to give you that commitment. So that's what we really wanted to do. We want to bring you into the good and into the bad. But at the end of the day, that's what adds weight to that album when you finally listen to it and when you hold it in your hands.
We'll ship to Russia. I saw that one pop up.
Yeah, personally.
Yeah.
Ship me to Russia. Because I really
To
wanna
Russia
go.
with love.
This old fedora, this old thing. What are you drinking? Something out of a sriracha coffee
What's
mug.
the connection to Write Love on Our Arms?
To the who?
To Write Love on Our Arms.
Thank you for finally bringing that up. Thank you to John Titterington for finding that amazing charity. To Write Love on Her Arms is a charity that we've decided to partner with that specifically deals with people. You know what? Let them tell their story. This is for domestic abuse and for women who have suffered and have found a way to overcome that. So there's a lot of people that I've personally come into contact with. This has been a thing for.
It's an incredible organization.
Yeah, we had about 5 different charities that we could choose from, and as soon as I saw that one, that's the one that I felt drawn to. So please check out To Write Love on Her Arms. I think it's TWLUHA. Yeah, .org or .com. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering it. But we'll obviously keep that updated as well. But that's something that's really important to us as well, is supporting that amazing organization. I do shop at all Saints. Yeah.
We will be performing in NYC for sure.
Yeah, do New York?
Big Apple, of course.
Of course. If we go to New York, maybe we can get Ashley on this because she's always there.
Oh, there we go. TWLOHA.
Thank you.
TWLOHA.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks. Chicago, yeah.
Are my ears turning red? Really? Someone's talking about me? What are you saying?
British people, we'll be coming. We'll be there. Yep. Phoenix, Arizona, UK, London, yeah, Scotland, Ireland. Absolutely.
Does marketing assistant still get the signed copy? If that is possible, absolutely. Basically, anything that you guys see, if it's possible to sign it, we will. And what that means is that it has to pass through our hands first. But bottom line is, if we're able to come to your city, we'll make sure that it gets signed. I'm a fan, I'm a nerd, I love things signed as well, so as much as we can get things signed to you guys, we're going to make sure that we do. Sacramento, shoot, yeah, dude, that's a 45-minute flight up there.
What song, do we get to choose what songs we get handwritten lyrics of?
You will get all of the songs. I saw some other people do things where it's like, we'll pick the song that you want to do handwritten lyrics. I want to do handwritten lyrics for all of them, because to me, if you get one chapter out of the book, that's not a really cool story. I want you guys to hear the entire story. So you'll get handwritten lyrics, and I think I kind of want to do it as we go. So you'll get to see where I made a mistake or I've changed lyrics. There's already lyrics that have changed from the demos to where we're at now. Yeah. So that's part of the story is seeing where we started and where we end up. So yeah, absolutely you will. Any music gigs from there too. So this is the whole point. This isn't just about getting this album done. This is about you guys basically functioning as the record label. You guys get to tell us this is where you're going to tour. This is the merchandise we want you guys to have. This is the music video that we want you to do. Yeah. So yes, if enough people from Chicago are telling us we need to come play there, we're going to jump on a plane. We're going to come play in Chicago for you.
Question about a book. Yeah, we're going to do a coffee table book. So if you see that, what that means is that's like a documentation of the album. It's photos. It probably will have clips of lyrics and interesting other snippets from the studio, maybe
all the technical specs of how we recorded the
signal
song.
Chain. Yeah, you'll see pictures and graphs of amazing stuff in this huge house that we're going into. That's literally packed with gear. It's incredible.
As well as just kind of being able to understand, like you said, the descriptions of what the song is about and what happened right before we were recording that, what happened after, and any kind of the anecdotal stories that we have. But to be able to have access to not only that in a book, which I love, but to be able to watch that happen live, to me, is incredible. Will you write lyrics? GameZ.Z. Yes. We're going to do handwritten lyrics. So there's one of the levels in the pledge. Again, go to PledgeMusic.com because they have way more information that I can rattle off on the top of my brain.
Yeah.
Then you can actually see which ones. But yeah, we're going to do handwritten lyrics for all that. Hi, Anna.
If you guys come to a city closer to me, can I change my VIP pass?
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course. Yeah.
You won't miss us. If you pick the VIP and we come to a city closer to you, or we're not coming to your city but you live 2 hours from London, you can change yours to London.
Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another question, what are your musical influences?
My musical influences, I always have to go to, it sounds so broad, but it's U2, Beatles, and Jeff Buckley. Those are kind of just the people that really, if I was stuck on a desert island, those would be the albums that I want to have with me. For this album specifically, I feel like we kind of are stripping away a little bit more because everything that we're doing is geared towards being really raw, really vulnerable, and really open to you guys. We want to share in this experience with you, and that's reflected in the music.
Are we going to the Joshua Tree tour? Absolutely.
Dude, we fought for 2 days to get those tickets. So yes, if you're following that story along on Instagram with the you saw.
Absolutely.
Yes, we will be there. I cannot wait. I've been listening to that record since before you were probably a concept. So yes. So yeah, my inspirations are varied, and to me, what has happened through this entire process is that Wayne and I have really sat down and together, and with John Titterington as well, really kind of crafted what this thing is going to be.
Yeah.
And even the storytelling element really kind of came into recently. Wayne is the one who came to me and said, here are these people that have come, this is your story, and they're coming in to help you tell it. And that to me summates this entire experience. Is we're telling a story, but as much as I want to tell this story by myself, I can't. I need other people to come in and help me tell this story. Because if I only tell my story, it's very one-sided. We want you guys to contribute, we want you guys to participate in the telling of this story. We're going to find out details on the tour dates, Nerd Daily 345, as they come. Right now, we're focused on getting the record done, which we're going into the studio March 11th through the 20th. So again, we're going to be broadcasting live via Twitch. Go to PledgeMusic.com to find out how you can get access to that and be able to watch through either Twitch.com or through our private Instagram account as well. Will the book be limited edition? Yep,
Yes,
absolutely. We can only do a few, and I kind of only want to do a few because I like collector's edition stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something that, if that's important to you, find out which level on Pledge that's involved in, and make sure it doesn't go away before you get your hands on one. And also, you'll be able to find out when all these stuff will be deliverable. Obviously, you're not going to get these things tomorrow, but you can get. We haven't talked about this at all. If you go on PledgeMusic.com right now, I think it's the $25 level or whatever it is, we're going to get you a pre-order. You'll be the first to have the new Window to the Abbey record, which is this musical collaboration I'm doing with Wayne Miller, John Titterington, and the others. But you'll also get instant access, immediate access to Sitting in the Fire Revisited, which is the entire first album that we did 2 years ago, completely remastered, along with 5 additional remixes of What We Lost, 2 remixes of What We Lost in the Fire, a dope remix of Apparition. Halo Eyes has been kind of tweaked a little bit. I think you'll dig it. And most importantly is a new version of My Religion, completely revisited, completely reimagined. And you'll get that instant access, either high-res or MP3, whatever you guys want. So find out what level that's on PledgeMusic.com. Find out how you can get that, but you'll pre-order the Wind of the Abbey album, and you'll get instant access to Sitting in the Fire Revisited.
You get the you get the revisited access immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Physical copies will come later.
You'll get instant download.
Instant
Through
download.
Pledge. Yeah.
But only through Pledge. That's true.
Exactly. It's exclusive. So the only place, just in case anyone's curious, the only place you can get revisited right now, Sitting in the Fire Revisited, is through Pledge.
Is through Pledge.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
That's part of our partnership with Pledge Music. Those guys have been incredibly cool to us. Shout out to Alyssa for helping us get this thing set up. Yeah. This was weird for me. This is kind of me getting out of my comfort zone. But if you've ever seen me at a convention, or if you've ever heard me talking in an interview, you understand that you have to do what makes you tremble. That was the whole thing about Sitting in the Fire, is that there's a fire that's burning, and if you'll just sit in it, it'll make you stronger. So this is us sitting in this fire.
This is the exclusive way. So I'm going to just ask again. Yeah, just through Pledge.com. That's through PledgeMusic.com. search Troy Baker, find it on the front page. That's the exclusive way to get access to Sitting in the Fire Revisited right now.
Yep. And so far, you guys are being incredibly cool. I'm glad that you're excited about being a part of this story, being a part of this conversation with us as well. We got 60 days till this thing is closed, so take your time, find out what thing is really important to you. We want to make sure that if it is a limited edition item, that you guys get your hands on it before it goes away.
What's your favorite remix on Revisited? It's a tough one.
It's weird. It depends upon my mood. I think the one that floored me the most was yours, of What We Lost in the Fire.
Nice.
It's one that I still love to just put on headphones. And What We Lost in the Fire is a song that, on Sitting in the Fire, is one of the most near and dear to me. But hearing the way that you heard that song, it's a journey. A friend of mine said that what Wayne did, what you did, was you extracted the hope and presented it in its purest form. And that to me is a really, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. So find out how you can get that. You can get instant access today. Go to PledgeMusic.com, be able to download that only from Pledge.
Yeah, it's the
right
only
now.
place you can get it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's really cool. I'm excited. I mean, we just got it all done. There's brand new artwork. And like
Yes.
Troy said, there's 5 new remixes, so it's worth the price of admission alone.
Absolutely.
It's really
And
cool.
if you saw on Instagram, I think I also put it up on Twitter too, kind of put a video where we were putting a blowtorch to a chair. I'll make sure that I post the new artwork for Sitting in the Fire Revisited, shot by the lovely Pamela Joy. So you guys can see that as well. And that will be on the physical edition as well when it's available. The only thing that's available right now is the digital download, which you get instant access to at one of the Pledge levels on PledgeMusic.com. But you can get a physical copy as well. So go to PledgeMusic.com. I keep saying that website just in case you're just now joining us to find out how you can do that.
Yeah.
What else? Josh has a question.
Yeah. Who will be producing and mixing your album?
Oh, snap! So, Wayne Miller right here will be producing the album. This whole thing came about. Wayne, of course, was our music director, and as well as our bass player on Sitting in the Fire. And then after the album came out, he presented to me. He's like, "I want to produce the next record." So
Here we are, and here we sit. Yeah, and mixing, we don't know yet. Could be you. No. We have access to some of the most incredible mixers, fortunately, here in Los Angeles. And I mean, they're all over the world, so it's not limited by here at all. But we're fortunate to know some incredible engineers and mixers. So.
and we may do a situation where it's this guy mixes this girl mixes this.
Yeah, it could be a combination. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's going to be incredible.
But if you look, one of the things that we chose to do on all of the different levels on the Pledge campaign that we're doing is there's stuff like marketing assistant tour manager. What we want to do is we want to give the power of the record label back to the people. We really want to make sure that you guys feel like you're a part of this and that you have real agency in this and that you're kind of helping us steer this ship. So if it's important to you guys to be a session singer, find out how you can actually be on the album.
Yeah.
If it's important for you guys to learn about the engineering, find out how you can be a part of the album. We literally have 60 seconds remaining on Instagram, so we're going to wrap this guys up. But again, one last thing, this is the official launch of Window to the Abbey. It's a musical collaboration with myself, Wayne Miller, John Titterington, and others. It's just 6 guys coming together to try to tell a story through music, and we want you to be a part of the story. So go to PledgeMusic.com, find out how you can participate in this, choose your level of involvement, and more importantly, make sure you can tune into Twitch and watch us make this thing live as it happens.
Live.
gonna
That's what
be
this is
critical.
all about.
Thank you guys for taking an hour and a half out of your day to join us for this as well. Please be a part of this. Be a part of the story. Go to PledgeMusic.com. If you're on Instagram, click on the link in the bio. If you're on Twitter, I think it's on my bio as well. More than anything, stay aware. We'll make sure that we keep you updated as updates come. Go download Sitting in the Fire Revisited on Pledge.com,
Yes.
PledgeMusic.com today, and hopefully we'll be back with more updates soon. But again, thank you guys so much for
And
joining
when you
us.
pledge, go on the private Instagram and let us know what you think of the new album.
At Window to the Abbey on Instagram. Thanks.